I'm looking at fucking internets too. They're pretty like they're in the yellow. Just Johnny and Durant. Yo, can I say something?
I'm in the yellow.
Mike check 1 2. What is the Saint 10 is back to business.
Okay,
Let's
you're
go.
good now. All right,
So
Johnny, you
we
good now?
in this.
Testes 1 2. Testes 1 2.
Yeah, y'all all good now.
Testicles 1 2. Testicles 1 2.
Hell yeah.
Man, that yeah.
Woo! What the fuck was this?
You got knocked the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I'm in go mode. Go. Yeah, I'm in go.
There you go. What's up, everyone? We're back. We are back. Obviously, it's the Always Say podcast. You know, Johnny, Kev, Durant is here. DQ. Remember early on we said, what's the over-under going to be for a full cast? We're definitely hitting on there. I think I was the only one that hammered the
blew
under.
out the water, bro.
Yeah. As you can see, now that you can hear my voice, that means that Dev is not here with us. He's out celebrating our little brother Dorian's birthday, who's going to turn what now? 6?
8,
bro.
Oh
8,
my
bro.
God. So shouts to Dorian. Happy Don Days to you. It's not until Saturday, I believe. But family's out celebrating today. So Dev will be back next week. We will get his bold prediction and his start bench cuts, I guess, and his picks as we go forward. But with that being said, the rest of us are here. We're going to hold it down for him. And as always, we start with an open run. So what do you guys want to talk about? Obviously, we're going to save our favorite sport for last. Wild card super weekend. We'll save that for last.
Wild card, not so super weekend, but
not
yeah,
so super weekend. We'll talk about why that wasn't so super, maybe. But John's as our lead NBA analyst. You want to start us off in the NBA?
So basically, I'm gonna start off with my team, the Lakers. So I believe it was Saturday or Friday. I think it was Saturday. Denver Nuggets clapped the Lakers. They put up 133. Lakers had like 96.
They
Yep.
collected sheets.
The Lakers so bad that Magic went on his Twitter and tweeted that the fans deserve better. Lakers had
Thanks.
to put
Bless you.
more
They do.
effort to their Laker game. So, some Lakers responded. Well, LeBron made a response, but he said his response was more to the fans. He said his response wasn't more to Magic, but more to the fans. Russ had his response.
Very passive aggressive.
And then Russ and the Lakers played Utah last night and got themselves a W. But even though the Lakers won last night, today, supposedly, Frank Vogel's on the hot seat. So they're basically saying if he doesn't ride out these next couple of weeks, the Lakers could be making the head coaching change.
So did I not? I don't mean to cut you off, but I mean we kind of talked about this early, and you were kind of defending Frank Vogel. If I'm incorrect, if I'm incorrect, you let me know. But didn't I say he was on the hot seat, and this could this is kind of like, again, I know I sound like a hater when I do this, but like, isn't this like kind of LeBron's thing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always somebody else's fault. It's not his. If it's not the team that he had, it's the team that he built, and it's like when shit don't work out. Coaches get fired, players get traded.
I mean, like to answer your question, Ed. I feel like, sorry to cut you off, John, but to be honest, the star of the team honestly won't be getting the flag every time the team does bad, and you know that from football, bro.
No, but my point to that, Drew, I get what you're saying, but my point to that is that when they win. They win because it's LeBron, but when they lose, LeBron be like, "Nah."
That's no,
because he's doing all the work.
In every game, that's par for the course, bro. That's in every team. The big dog is always
again. But I guess my point is what I'm trying to say is that like I'm not like trying to like say that LeBron needs to start taking more blame, but I'm just saying is that we've noticed a pattern recently, right? Where it's especially ever since the decision. Obviously, he went to go play with his buddies down there. Eric Spoelstra got to keep his job. But when shit was getting bad, he was like, yo, fuck it. I'm going back to Cleveland. And when he went to Cleveland, coaches were fired. Training staff was fired. The team was let go. Players of the team was let go. His friends were there to join him. He was able to get Iman. He was able to get J.R. Smith. He was able to get, Kevin Love was there, Kyrie and all that. You know what I mean? So he had all that set because that was his team, and he's like, you know,
Uh-huh.
not only is he big dog, but he's basically like GM coach LeBron and player and star player. And now we're watching him do this in LA. Obviously, it worked out with the bubble championship, but it doesn't seem to be working out this time.
But this, and I admit this team was built with the option of a championship. But let's be super honest. This team is like very, very old. Like honestly.
Right. I mean, we knew that coming in. I mean, that was the joke.
Our leader. Some people, namely Johnny and Devin, was not saying that in the beginning. They saying this team is geared to win a championship.
We said on paper.
Johnny and Devin were saying that.
Yeah, no, I was agreeing with them that on paper they're built to win a championship, but we were all saying it was the oldest team in the league. Like that's like everyone talked about that, not even just us. Like everyone was saying that they're the oldest team. So John, back to you. Thinking on back to Frank Vogel, really. It was basically like Frank Vogel versus LeBron at this point. Do you think it's warranted? You think Frank Vogel does need a new job, or do you think it stems from the fact that we knew all of this going on, that with Russell going there and Melo going there, Rondo coming back, and all the moves that they made, and when they traded Kuzma, when they traded LaMelo, we had LaMelo. No, not LaMelo. What's the ball? The first ball.
Lonzo, that's
Lonzo.
But
that was years ago though.
When they did all of this as LeBron came, and Frank Vogel did make the, you know, right. He became it like, so is this more of like, you know, we knew all of this coming in that like inevitably that this team like could kind of fall apart, even though they're built to win a championship. Like, is this more on LeBron? Is this more on Magic? Is this more on the GM? Is this more on like, who is this more on? Like, do you think that Vogel is like the, you know, he's the Ponzi guy? He's the, you know, he's holding the fucking briefcase like, oh fuck.
At this point, it looks like Vogel is the fault guy. Obviously, Russ hasn't had the best season for the Lakers, but coming in, there was a lot of older players. But then, remember, the Lakers brought in 9 new players, so it's like some of the original players from that championship team is not even on that team.
It's not, like honestly.
Yeah, everybody has to gel, and doesn't help. People missing games for COVID. The coach missed games for COVID. Then Anthony Davis gets injured and he's out. So, you know, Lakers still got to find their way. They're still, you know, trying to find. It looks like, well, with Anthony Davis out, they're still trying to find their that starting 5.
How long is Anthony Davis out for?
When he got hurt, I think his injury is like 4 to 6 weeks when he got hurt.
So,
Anthony Davis is not aggressive. He's brittle. And I would say it's the construction of the team. So I would say it would lead more likely to the GM, because if you really think about it, Russell Westbrook ain't working for this team. It was a splash pick. Russell Westbrook was a splash pick. But the whole collective of the team is not gelling around Russell Westbrook.
Man, Russ caught that body last night, though.
He does that every season.
Rudy Gobert.
He does that every season. You can't just go because he jammed on the dude. He does that shit every season. Rudy Gobert ain't gonna stop somebody from jamming on the nigga. Like, honestly.
Rudy is a poster. He's gonna be a poster somewhere.
Okay. He is on a poster somewhere, but not by a person that's shooting like, what was his shooting percentage? Like 20 for like 15 for, he like shoots like 0 for 15 most of the time. Russell Westbrook.
What I'm real curious about while asking our NBA expert, yo, John, what our Knicks gotta do to at least make it into a playoff game?
So I was going to bring that up, John. Let me set you up a little bit. Obviously, the big news coming out of New York was we trade for Cam Reddish. So that's a big move for us. I think the Knicks made a potential move. And now I was actually, while we were going, I was just searching some of the potential trades because it looks like the Knicks aren't done. Karl Anthony Towns was a big name that was part of that. And then the rest of the names are Jalen Brunson, DeAndre. Oh, I forgot to get their fucking last names. Way to go, Eddie.
DeAndre who?
So Miles Turner is another one. And then another trade rumor that's been circulating. DeAndre Fox.
De'Aaron Fox.
Darren Fox?
De'Aaron Fox, yeah. So these are just obviously rumors that the Knicks are clearly trying to build.
Yo,
They're gonna try to move on from Kemba Walker because obviously this project hasn't worked, even though, you know, as you know, New York boy, grew up here. Obviously, we want to see him thrive. Everything he did for UConn, everybody, you know, again, it's Connecticut, but it's, you know, still we rooted for him then. You know, we weren't happy that he went to Boston. We were happy he came home. But it's clear that it's not working here in New York. So John, yeah, what do you think?
Knicks could try to get one of those young rising talents that just needs to change the scenery.
They can't get. Is Darren? I'm sorry, John. Is Darren coming on his end of his deal? Like,
nah, this is all trade talks. It's like
these are all just trade talks. Yeah, these are just trade talks, and the rumors. None of them are set in stone. But then the big one obviously would be to try to package and try to get Karl Anthony Towns, which, I mean, I think that one's the more realistic
one out of all of them. But I don't know if the
Yeah.
team is going to trade him.
Yeah.
But
Like, what do you think would have to be like? Obviously, like this trade for Cam seems to try to recreate that Duke team, and then obviously early there was a lot of people saying that, well, Zion's not happy in New Orleans. Now I'm not saying that, you know,
he's not good.
We're gonna go after him, but do you see a potential Duke reunion in the Garden?
I want to be pretty happy. Move for Zion soon.
Yeah.
Nah.
But are the chances of us like moving mountains to get them and like obviously losing draft revenue, you know, giving up some picks, giving up some players, like
It's
some young talent that we already have, like
because you do know he hasn't been durable. He hasn't played that many games.
I wouldn't move mountains for him now. Like, I wouldn't do that for Zion.
That's a big risk factor. But what I will say is, maybe he is hurt, but maybe he is missing out games because his interest of playing for the certain team that he plays for is not as high. And maybe he goes change the scenery. He still got to worry about the health, but maybe
he got to lose weight, bro.
Well, my biggest fear is like, again, leveraging like what we did for Amari, what we did for Andrea Bargnani, like I don't want to move on from players that aren't fully developed yet to go trade for this big name and then it not work out. I mean, look what ended up happening with Amari. You know, his knees didn't fucking work by the time Melo got there, so we couldn't really have. And obviously, the Chris Paul trade didn't go through the way that everyone wanted it to. You know, it was the salute at his wedding. So again, it's just like, is there like, I mean, what Zion's contract's up in what 3 years from now?
Zion is not the answer.
No, 2 years from now.
2 years from now.
I was gonna say that too. I think because he's on a rookie deal, right?
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, he's on his rookie deal.
Yeah, so I'm saying like obviously like we're better off waiting for him to come off that contract. I mean, like I'm saying, like basically what I'm trying to say is like what kind of package would we have to form to even go trade for him if we wanted to, if that was a possibility?
You have to get the team basically to do that.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit.
He'll be a free
Get the
agent.
team.
Not this season. Next season, he'll be a free agent.
Yeah, so then we wait till next season. That's right. Fill that up and pay it. And we can get him for the Lolo because he's hurt all the time.
But
overweight all the time.
But the two things that y'all just said right there. Will you even want him?
I mean, but like if he just falls in your lap, like I mean, I'm not trying to mortgage my future for him, but if the guy falls in our lap, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'm not taking out a second loan on my house for him. But if he show up on my doorstep, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah. All you got to do is just sign for him, then I'm with that all day.
The way
I'm
interesting trade deadline.
I want to rock with Julius Randle till the wheels fall off. Don't just go for Zion, bro. Like rock with Julius.
Julius wheels is falling off right now. Missed a clutch free throw as we speak.
What's the score on that game right now?
111, 110, 25 seconds left. Like I said, missed a clutch free throw.
It's not good. Not good. Anything else in the NBA?
No, I might as well transition while Drew's quiet about that.
No, I think.
Hey, yo, my NBA shit is nice, my nigga. So
The NBA shit is nice. What are you doing? Playing with your ring light? Why don't you turn your ring light on?
nah, because I was over here messing with it. I still gotta find out the right. I just got it today. I still gotta find.
You late. Son was looking like he was in a horror movie. He had every light out in the room except for the ring light.
Silly.
Looking like Amityville Horror out here.
No, man.
The only other news that I had, John, looks like fucking what the fuck is this guy's name?
Who?
God damn it.
What team? What team?
I just saw it. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Draymond's coming back in 3 days, or is he officially back now?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Looks like Draymond's coming back, and wasn't there a little kerfuffle? Wasn't there a little pushing and shoving? Right? It didn't get it serious, right? Was it the Warriors? They were trying to fight Clay or Steph?
That wasn't not that serious, bro. Like it was little tussle, little rumble, little tussle. Nothing to be worried about. That shit go blow over, bro. That shit go blow over. Little rumble, little tussle.
Quickly, I got some NBA topics. If we're good to, MLB topics. If we're good to move on from the MLB, in the NBA.
Okay, yeah.
Going twice.
You can do that.
All right. Just 2 quick notes. MLB meetings are not going well. CBA is not going to get planned. Pitchers and catchers are supposed to report in about a month from last week. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen because both sides are still arguing. So we'll keep a close eye on it. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on it because, again, we're not sure what's actually going to happen. If we're going to get a season, maybe we will, maybe we won't. They'll figure it out. I don't even know what the arguments are about because nothing's really coming out. So I'm assuming players want to play less and want more money, want more ad revenue, while the owners want you to play more and less ad revenue.
I'm sure they want those 7-inning games to count as perfect games.
They're trying to start counting that now. So we'll see. I'm not entirely sure what's happening there. And the Dodgers are promoting Brandon Gomes to their general manager. So new general manager for the Dodgers coming off of the bubble championship to see what they can do from there. Other sports, any other sports topics you want to talk about? Any other leagues? Because I got a little bit of UFC. Nothing crazy.
Jake Paul rumored to fight Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyson denied it.
No, they verbally, agreed, and then it was officially denied or something like that.
No, Tyson said about it. He said he saw Jake Paul. Jake Paul never said nothing to him about the fight. That's what Tyson said. So,
damn, I want that shit to happen so bad too, because
no, I would definitely not want that because honestly, like as much as Iron Mike is Iron Mike, and he definitely could clap him one time and knock him down.
You
think that white boy taking down another legend, man. Nah, man, yo, he's old. We saw the fucking him and Roy Jones. Like, son, these dudes almost passed out. Like, they looked good for their age, but you ain't gonna fight somebody that's 30 fucking years younger than you. Who's got like a ballad. And again, he's got a punch that could knock people out too. And Tyson's old. I mean, that's embarrassing for the both of them.
Tyson got the technique, bro. Like,
I understand that, but Jake's a lot younger. You try fighting an old man at Tyson's age and the amount of concussions that he's had in his life.
I'll fight Tyson. What's up?
4 of us at the same time right now.
I don't know, man. That's so deadly. That is so deadly. Obviously,
how would Kevin fare against Mike Tyson?
Kev will get that check. That's what Kev will do. Kev will let Mike hit him, and he'll get that check. Do you not know Kev by now?
Somebody got to be the
knock me out.
Gotta go like up.
Kev do that. Y'all seen that scene of Creed 2 or was it Creed 1 where Michael B. Jordan was doing that, like, you know, like, you know, everyone sees it. It's the iconic fucking, yo, Dev, throw that clip in there where Michael B. That's Kev. Where Michael B. Jordan just gets laid out and like obviously acts, but he really wanted to get knocked out. That's gonna be Kev. Kev's gonna be like that, waiting for it. Like, waiting for it. Blah. Kev will wake up with a fucking check on his chest. Like, here you go, little man. Speaking of the pause, Masvidal's, or is he Khabib's? I don't know if he's Masvidal's or Khabib's cousin, but D-Cap's favorite hero, Hezbollah, has challenged Logan Paul to a fight. So we will see if Logan accepts. And I will pay to watch that. And I think final, honestly, I swear to God, if they actually fight it,
to actual UFC fight.
Oh, nigga, do you know the size of Hezbollah?
Yo, nigga,
it's not a real fight. Dude. Do you know who Hezbollah is?
Not really. I don't watch UFC like that.
Nah, he's not a UFC fighter. He's not a UFC.
Hezbollah is not a UFC fighter.
Okay. Man. All right. So my mistake.
Yeah.
My mistake.
Remember that thing I sent earlier about the person that Kev should date? Don't say it out loud. On the podcast. Yeah, they're basically like the same.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about now. Okay, you know who I'm talking about.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Moving on though, there was since we're in that UFC boxing era or lane, I should say. Big UFC fight coming up. We got our guy, the champ, taking down Francis Ngannou. It's going to be a title merger going up against Cyril Gane. So it should be a big fight. It's going to be Saturday, January 22nd. So I believe this weekend. No? Is that this weekend? Or is that next weekend?
January 22nd. That's this weekend.
Oh, sick. So this Saturday, obviously, we'll cover that. We're all rooting for the African. Speaking of, so from the heavyweight goat to the featherweight goat, y'all see my man Izzy break that punch machine with kicks.
Yeah, with the kicks. Yeah.
Ooh, like broke it in half. Put that clip in there too, Dev.
Damn, bro.
We asked Israel Adesanya to break our Dragon Punch record. Attempt 1. Holy moly. Attempt 2. He literally broke our Dragon Punch machine.
Yeah, Izzy's the fucking GOAT, but shouts to Francis. We're going to be out there. There's some undercards too. Michael Piera's fighting. I know he's a big name. He's going up against Andre Flauto. Other than that, nothing too big. Again, obviously, we're not that well versed in the UFC unless it's a big title match. But should be a good fight card regardless. Obviously, we're rooting for Francis. He is on our side on this podcast. We're big Ngannou fans. All right. You've waited. It's come. We're here already. This early in the podcast. Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh yeah, anything else before? Sorry, I apologize.
Because I wanted to find it, but wasn't what's his name? I'm trying to pronounce this shit.
Djokovic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got kicked out of the Australian Open. I don't know if you guys know this too. Just like politically, Australia has been. I mean, they shut down more than I can't even like think of something funny. It's crazy. Like every other week they go into lockdown. I don't want to like use the term liberal or like conservative in like any way because like I don't want people to think that it's political. But there's something seriously crazy happening in Australia. I don't understand. Like obviously there's mask mandates. We live in New York. Obviously Florida doesn't give a flying fuck. But this entire country is going through some fucking shit where they just keep opening it up and keep locking it down. People are going crazy. Obviously we talked about like Canadians like basically killing themselves because of what was going on over there. Like, and that's like an actual fact. Like I'm not even making this up. Fucking put the COVID fucking things here, but it's like you can't keep doing that to a group of people. But because Australia is very, very strict on COVID restrictions, there
was a document issue with Djokovic, coming in, and then they gave him like a day or two to be in compliance, and he wasn't able to, and they told him the fuck out of here, and he's not gonna be able to defend his title.
Yeah, he basically Aaron Rodgers did, if I'm not mistaken. And again, I could be wrong. If I am, I apologize. But like, he basically is like, I'm immunized, but I'm not vaccinated, even though he said he was vaccinated, but he wasn't. And like you said, Kev, they were going to give him some options, but he was clearly lying and falsifying
No,
documents.
they gave him 48 hours.
Yeah,
to produce.
but again, even when he was when push came to shove, he didn't have those documents because he was lying about everything the whole time. So obviously he's a little slighted. Tennis fans are a little slighted. There's rumors that Roger Federer and Nadal were in on it. So he doesn't get to like.
Wow, that's not.
Yo, also, if you think about tennis is a trash ass sport, dog. I'm not trying to disrespect fans
Trash
and everything, but it's like no, but hear me out. What? Like when hear me out. But hear me out. Hear me out. So when we talk about GOATs, right?
Okay.
Greatest of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Greatest of all time. You think NBA? Obviously, there's a debate between LeBron and Jordan, but everybody almost notoriously says Jordan, right? With LeBron stands saying LeBron. I don't want to get into that argument. When we talk about GOAT in the NFL, for the longest time it was Joe Montana. Now it's Tom Brady, right? It's not even a conversation. It's not even a conversation, right? I don't care who you are. You ain't gonna do it. MLB, that's a whole different story. I don't want to really get into the MLB because they have a tough time even like thinking about who their face of their league is at this point. But,
I know who I'm.
But I tell you, the GOAT of men's tennis. Obviously, we all know that the female GOAT, that's Serena.
Sure.
Right? I'm talking more specifically to men's tennis. Son, there was a certain point where it was like Federer's the GOAT. Then is Djokovic is the GOAT. Now Nadal's the GOAT. Like, how you got 3 GOATs in the same sport, bro? That shit is fucking boring. Come on.
I mean,
in the same era too, though. But come on, son. In the same era, dog. In the same era. And mad people argue that more. And again, not me. I just know people that watch this fucking corny ass sport to be coming into my bar talking about, yo, can you put the fucking French Open on? I'm like, you mean like fucking like golf or what are we doing here? And they're like, no, man, tennis. I'm like, okay, like whatever. But like, and yo, people have legitimate like arguments on those top 3. Like, who's the GOAT between them?
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that. Now imagine people that watch tennis or don't watch basketball or don't watch other sports and how they look at us when people
are virgins? You mean? You talking about virgins?
Yo, so my other take before you move on, Ed, one thing
before that,
gentlemen, we will be covering will be the Winter Olympics. More specifically, I'm looking forward to Chloe Kim and Shaun White going, for another medal.
Let's go, Kev. Kev's always on top of the Olympics.
When does
that start, Kev?
February 4.
Okay, so right down the street. And do you know where it is this year or no?
Ain't Aspen?
Yeah, it's somewhere close.
It's somewhere close.
Aspen. Hold on, I can tell you.
At least I said Aspen.
It's in fucking Aspen. Yeah, I know it. I don't gotta search it. It's in Beijing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Word.
Cool.
That's primarily what I'm looking forward to is like the downhill, like snowboarding. Some of the skiing, I don't have like a breakdown of every sport. I'm not that passionate or as passionate as the summer. But Shaun White at his age, still competing and winning, dope. And we always like to see somebody young coming up. So we'll keep you guys posted on
There's a chick that's like really, really good, right?
Yeah, Chloe
I don't know
Kim.
if she's a skier. Is that her name?
Yeah, she's a downhill snowboarder. Chloe Kim.
Chloe Kim. I don't think it's the same person I'm thinking of, but yeah, no, it's the same exact person I'm thinking of. Yep, you're right. Cool. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll update you on what we Katie Ledecky. Who's she? What's she do? Oh no, she's a swimmer.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a
Nah, I'm not gonna start. Yo, we could just while we talking about Olympics again, but for women holding it down.
Now there's another names. I don't mean to like.
Son, yeah, I'm with you, John. I think we're on the same wavelength.
Not to discredit her, but she used to be like fuck with Tiger Woods, but I think she's like a skier or a snowboarder, something Vaughn.
Yeah, Katie Vaughn. Katie Vaughn?
It's something Vaughn. I don't. He's like a snowboarder. She's like one of the best.
I'm doing it right now. It's bothering me. Thank you, John, because we're definitely on the same page.
And
since you plug Katie, yo, what's up, Katie? We're gonna be in Paris for the 2024 Summer Olympics, reporting live. She destroyed that 1500, yo.
Yeah,
That
good
shit is
shit, Katie.
crazy.
And the person that Johnny and I were thinking of is Lindsey Vaughn.
Yeah,
She is a former alpine ski racer, so she is no longer doing
she's
her
not
thing.
participating? No.
She probably retired. Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, 'cause I know one of the
Yeah,
last.
she got wild golds, dog. She got 1, 2, 3. She got 3. She got 82 golds.
Like I said, I know she was one of the elite names, and the name that brought up. I know one of her last things, she had like an accident. She like blew her knee. Like she had like a crash and like fucked her knee up.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I don't know if that could how she's, if she retired or if she just felt like she didn't she's done with it. But I just couldn't remember her name. I just remember her last name, Vaughn.
Yeah, no, it was a team effort, John, and I could not do this podcast without you, and I'm very, very appreciative of you. Anything else?
Moment we all been waiting for.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Super wild card weekend. Now, it was awesome with the extra games. I do want to just give a quick disclaimer before we cover the games. It was fun having these extra games. We had 2 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and then 1 on Monday night.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm not sure. And again, like obviously, like the Neil Bowl that was never a Neil Bowl, the game that should have the game that should have never happened, the Jaguars beating the Colts. I don't know if these matchups would have been a little bit different. Obviously, I think that I believe that the Colts would have played the Bengals. That would have been a better game. Obviously, the Chiefs would go up against the Chiefs would go up against the Chargers. That would have been a fun game. And then on the other side of things, anything crazy happened except for the Niners getting in there, which I think they deserve to be there. But obviously, the Eagles sneaking in there was a little, could have been a little better. And like now there's a lot of debate saying that like the extra week kind of like caused a lot of fuckery. Like a lot of like, NFL was rigged was trending on Twitter during all that, obviously, especially with New York gambling opening up, a lot of people thought it was rigged. I get it, but honestly, it's the belly of the beast and we got what we got. And I just love watching more football, as much football as we can get while we still can. I think it's awesome. I think this new playoff bracket's going to work. But that being said, there were some disgusting, gross games, a lot of them being blowouts.
4 out of the 6 blowouts.
4 out of the 6 blowouts. I believe.
It's just not good.
So 1,
2 went to the 5. 2 games went to the
1, 3,
my
4.
son Drew said, which is not good.
4 out of the 5 favorites won. Obviously, the only upset, I guess if you call that an upset, was the Cowboys. But we're going to cover them all. We're going to talk about every single game. We're going to talk about every single game, and we're going to start with the first game that we got, Bengals Raiders, 4:30, first playoff game of the year. Obviously, Raiders sneaking in there by finally winning that game. And again, it could have been somebody else's spot. Could have been a better game. Would have been like I said, I think it would have been the Colts. So that being said, I thought the game was going to get a little out of hand quick, and it surely did. So by the second quarter, and again, this was not until late, but it was basically 20-3 until Raiders were able to score a little bit there at the end, right before the end of the game. And the Bengals didn't really need to do much, only getting 3 field goals at the end there. But Bengals look strong. Raiders, obviously, we'll see what happens to them with their coaching hire. I think they should keep Rich Bisaccia going forward for them. Yeah, and the Bengals are a scary team. I don't want to play the Bengals.
No, I'm happy to see Joe Burrow. Like, he looks poised. Like, that was one thing I was looking at the whole game. Like, he wasn't flustered. He's like, looked like he'd been there before. Like, he had this, like, the Joey Burrow persona that, like, came from LSU. So
yeah, he's a cool kid.
Played a good game. He could have played a better game, but
I don't think he needed to, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think he needed to, but if he had any first playoff game jitters in that game, yeah, like you said, watch out going on in the playoffs. Definitely.
Obviously, next up, I believe they had
the Titans. And it hasn't been determined if Derek's gonna play or not, but
that's also scary. You don't want to do that, but I've said it countless times. So you did bring something up.
They're gonna put him out there.
Yeah, no, you
On
did bring up
on a
something
pitch
interesting.
count, but they're gonna put him out there.
Still, even if he's a decoy, that's still fucking scary. But you brought up something about Joe Burrow that I really wanted to talk about too. It's really, really interesting that like I think he's slowly, and again, I know he's young, and Herbert's going to be in this conversation too when he finally
Yeah, he should have been
gets
in
into
the
the
playoffs
playoffs,
too, man. That's what's
and that would have
sad.
been a lot more exciting. So I will, kind of praise him a lot, but then I'm going to kind of like say what really needs to be said, and I don't think it's being said enough. Like he looked good, he looked poised. I think he's taking that next step into being in that upper level of quarterbacks in the league. A lot of teams do not have these franchise quarterbacks, something to consider. This is the first playoff game that the Bengals won in 31 years, which I feel
Yeah.
personally attacked by because that means that the last time they won was when I was born. So that's crazy. Also, the first Bengal fan was able to send their text message saying that the Bengals won a playoff game because text messaging wasn't a thing back in 1991.
Yeah,
That's fucking wild. I mean, you think about the quarterbacks, and again, this sounds more like praising Joe Burrow, but you think about the quarterbacks that were there before. Obviously, Andy Dalton had some good seasons where he had winning seasons where he won the North, but still couldn't win a playoff game. Carson Palmer, who is arguably one of the best quarterbacks to come out of USC. We saw what he did at the latter end of his career in Arizona. But even he couldn't win one there. So like you could see that like in that 31-year span, this kid like is 1 year removed from a significant knee injury.
Yeah.
And in his first full year as a starter, if you want to consider it like, if you want to play apples to oranges, like obviously the last year with the injury, at his first year, he won a playoff game. So if I'm the Bengals, if I'm Cincinnati fans, I'm super excited to have your franchise quarterback. Now, to your point, Kev, though, too, on the other side of things, the way he played wasn't as elite as what we saw Josh Allen do, Tom Brady do, Patrick Mahomes do. I mean, this is the playoffs, right? We're talking about the fucking playoffs.
Yeah,
these quarterbacks, all these other quarterbacks balled out. And again, Joey had a good game. Don't get me wrong.
He had a good game, but like you said, he didn't need to ball out, and he might not need to ball out next week to be in that game.
Yeah. But we will.
Again, if he's working through some kinks and jitters, and he makes it to the championship round, like the moment might not be too big for your boy.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they're doing. And again, Drew, I know that you think that I only root for the Bengals because I hate the Ravens, and it's really to spite you. But like I've been feeling this team for a very long time. Joe Burrow's really my guy. I wish them nothing but success. Not saying they're my secondary team. I'm just rooting for my guy Joey to have some success. Now, if the Jets ever play the Bengals, Joey can go fuck himself. Now, last time he played the Bengals, last time he played the Jets,
secondary team.
Last time he played the Jets, they ain't my secondary team. It's
they're your secondary team.
Nah, I was doing that for a bit for you. All right. Next up, my favorite game of the week. What do y'all think my favorite game of the week was?
The Cowboys 49ers.
We're talking Saturday night. We got the Bills.
And
the Patriots.
Okay, Bills Patriots. We blew them out, son.
And when I tell you, Buffalo blew the fucking doors.
Blew them out.
The game looked closer than it actually was. Final score for 17-47. Josh Allen had more touchdowns, 5, than he had incompletions, 4.
Yep.
That's fucking wild. Josh Allen just went crazy, and he didn't just do it with his arm, even though he threw 5 touchdowns. He did it with his legs too. He just really opened up the floodgates. This was, I guess, like a payback.
And every Jets and Giants fan is more than happy to say like that cloud and stigma around Belichick is not growing any larger because your man got blown out.
And I think he's 70 years old. I texted you guys this. I really hope or maybe it was my other friends. Sorry. I texted. I was like, yo, he needs to retire. He's sitting there 70 years old. How old? He's 60, 68, 70, somewhere in that fucking range.
Somewhere in that range.
Coughlin was that old.
I'm just saying he's sitting there watching his team getting the doors blown off. Their offense looks slow. Mac Jones tried his best, but it's like the receivers were fucking awful. The running game was non-existent. Damian Harris, who was coming off of he would average 2 touchdowns a game the last 4 weeks in a row. He was getting 2 to 3 touchdowns a week.
He's 69 years old, and he'll be 70 April 16th of this year.
Yeah, and it felt like -5 outside in Buffalo during that game. This old man was sitting there freezing his balls off, drinking fucking chicken stock, watching his team get smoked. You don't think in like a part of his head he was like, I'm too old for this shit, man. Like I can't. Like obviously the dynasty is over. We tried it. We tried to rebuild with Cam. We tried to rebuild with Mac. Obviously, we snuck into the playoffs here because they had a really really cute, nice little run. And I kept telling people like, "Yo, relax. Like, yeah, sure, they'll make the playoffs, but there's no fucking shot that they're gonna get past the wild card. And even if they got lucky and they got like I'm saying that they had a better matchup, not against the Bills. I think regardless they were gonna lose against the Bills. But I think they could have beat the Bengals maybe. I think they could have beat the Raiders maybe. I think they definitely could have beat the Raiders. If they had them in that matchup, but it didn't work out that way. You have to face the big bad Bills right away. So, John, since you are a big time Belichick appreciator, your secondary team is definitely the Patriots and Tom Brady and whoever he plays for. Do you think that Bill, not this year, this coming year, but do you think he hangs it up and gives the team to his real son, not his actual biological son? He gives the team to Josh McDaniels.
No, I don't see it.
No.
I don't see him retiring.
Hell no.
Ask John. Drew, you can talk after. I got you.
Kevin said shit too, so why you just
I didn't hear him. John, go ahead.
bitch ass.
No side chat. Let's get to it. What I'll say is he is getting up there in age, but I don't see. I say maybe. I'll be shocked, but I say at least he'll give the league at least 2 more years.
So, Drew, let's say the Patriots go, they finish the season this year 10-7. Let's say they go into next year and they're 7-10. Just flip it. Do you think after that, Bill's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna stick this out?
No. Bill Belichick is the Greg Popovich of the NFL. He's not hanging this shit up, bro.
You don't think he's gonna hang it up? Do you think he stays?
He's not. Like I honestly believe like at least I'm even pushing farther past John. At the bare minimum, 4 more seasons.
That's crazy. Okay, Kev, since we're on this and obviously we have everyone's going around, my question to you is, do you think that his real son, the son that he's always wanted, Josh McDaniels, will take over the team? Or do you think this would be and again, I have my own opinion on this, but do you think this will be similar to what Belichick went through with Parcells, where he was handed the Jets and he went, fuck this, and he fucking bounced? Or do you think McDaniels is like, fuck yeah, dude, like I'm stoked, like I can't wait to take this job?
No, I think he can't wait. I think he's stoked, and I think he wants to try and run it like in Belichick's image and keep the franchise like, keep the ship like going in the same direction, But the only problem is, and the difference is, I think I've seen like a stat somewhere. It's like postseason wins for the Patriots are 35 or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And Tom Brady's postseason wins by himself is 37.
So you think he wants to catch up to Brady?
Well, no. What it's going to come down to is finding another quarterback. Like it's got to be like a Favre Rodgers situation, and if he doesn't inherit that, he's going to be gone after like having the team for 3-4 years.
Yeah. So I have 2 final thoughts on this. Obviously, go Bills. No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. I'm rooting for them, even though they're in my division. Like I said, they used to be the cute Bills. Now they're the fucking big bad Bills, and I'm scared of them going forward. Josh Allen's is a fucking star. Fuck, I forgot my entire point on the Patriots. Oh, right. So back to the what's going on with Bill, like what may or may not happen, what the future may hold for them. I love this game so much because it broke Patriot fans like all over the internet, especially like very, very loud, vivid, intimidating, fucking annoying Patriot fans. Literally broke down, compared themselves to the Jets. Shout out Dave Portnoy. You compare yourself to the Jets. That was music to my fucking ears, dude. I loved hearing that from them. So it's like, I think that this is a organization that's so used to winning, even though they're so used to losing from back in the 80s and in the early 90s. They were the joke franchise. And now, obviously they went on that dynastic run. It also didn't help that 2 dynastic runs, by the way. It also didn't help that, the Red Sox break the curse of the Bambino. The Bruins did well. The Celtics had that fucking big program going on. You got kids that were born. And again, I think a lot of them are bandwagon fans, right? where they were born into championships. So it's just like, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna rock with this. I got lucky enough that I was born in the Bronx, or sorry, born in Boston. Similar to like Yankee fans when they grew up when the Yankees were winning. So it's like, and it's easy to be bandwagon fans. There's a reason why you can go to any state in the country and you're gonna find Cowboys fans, you're gonna find Yankee fans, you're gonna find Patriot fans, you're gonna find Bulls fans because they were again just jumping on the bandwagon at the time. So I think that this will be hard regardless if it's Bill or if it's Josh or if it's Steve Belichick or it's another third party to come over and take over, because now they're basically gonna hit the reset button. Now, do I think Mac Jones might be good? Yeah, but he's definitely gonna regress. And he definitely might not be the answer right away. Obviously, they try to fix this, but it's not going to work out. They've been trying to fix it for 2 years, and obviously Brady's still doing what he's got to do. So I think that for a lot of them, it's just going to turn into like, oh, I guess and then that's the part that's frustrating because it's like they're going to be able to just drop their team and be like, oh, well, the Patriots suck now, so I'm out. Like it doesn't even matter. I don't even care about football that much anymore. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in New England for the next couple of years.
What do you think? What do you think? Why do you think Mac Jones is gonna regress?
He's not gonna regress.
No, I mean, you can't go. It's tough to bounce back to have a good year like that again. You know what I mean? Like again, now a lot of the time that he got bailed out on, and again, you can't tell me that I'm making this up, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but that run game heavily supported his. I mean, in that Bills win, he didn't have to do anything. He literally threw the ball 3 times. You know, and yes, he had a good season because there's not a lot of tape on him. And obviously, Bill's a genius, and Josh McDaniels is a really good offensive coordinator. But that defense kept them in most of those games as well. And it looks like most of that, I mean, the way that defense looked out there, it was terrible. And the way that offense looked out there was terrible. They've been doing patchwork on their receivers for years. You know, when Brady was there, these no-name guys looked like superstars, megastars.
Yeah, like Scotty Miller's.
Yeah, like Scotty Miller right now, and Rashad Perriman, when he got drafted by the Buccaneers back then, he was a first round pick. I think he was in like the top 15.
Rashad Perriman was Rashad Perriman was the Ravens pick.
Right, so he was a former first round pick of the Ravens. Did not have any success there. We had Joe Flacco throwing him the ball.
He got mad injuries back.
Right, and obviously the injuries kind of fucked him up. He comes to the Jets, has a terrible season with the Jets, and now he's on the starting because of injuries. He's starting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he's catching a lot of fucking balls. Pause, no homo, but he's catching a lot of balls, and he's contributing to a team that's on a run to go win a Super Bowl. And again, they could very well get there. I hope they don't, but they could very well get there. But the problem is that you're trying, like Mac Jones is not Tom Brady, and he's never going to be Tom Brady. So unless they get these like mega superstars that are going to come out, I think Kendrick Bourne's a good receiver. I think they kind of quasi fixed Nelson Aguilar last year, but even now you're seeing the drops, you're seeing the bad passing attempts. I think the kid's smart. I think he's fitting in the system, but I think that if Belichick inevitably leaves soon, that Mac won't be the answer. And again, I have a thing about Alabama cornerbacks. I think I proved it. One of them got the coach fired. The other one just got eliminated off the playoffs.
That was rookie year, so we can't really throw. I understand. It's still, you got to give it a little more time.
John, do you think there's anyone that can evaluate rookie quarterbacks in their first year playing more than me, who's had 38 of them?
Oh, God.
Like, it's hard to find a quarterback, John. It's hard. It's hard. It's not easy.
What I'm saying is I'm not downplaying it's not hard. But what I'm saying is he had a solid rookie year. Just obviously stuff in his game he has to work. But I feel like he's just in the best system to help him succeed. And if he fails, then obviously we know he didn't have the tools or it just wasn't in him. But he's in the best system for him to, stumble. They went, obviously the defense, the run game was majority the key of not making it to the playoffs, but he did his part. He still had a part to play, and he did his part. Now year 2, maybe the expectations for him go a little more up. We gotta see if he.
I think that's the problem. Is the expectations going to be up when I think the team's not going to be very good. That's the problem. Is that the expectations of Patriot fans are going to be like, and again, a lot of them are trying to reverse jinx. And be like, oh, well, if we say we're going to be bad and we're bad next year, then we expect us to be bad.
Okay, so say the run game and the defense digress, but he actually takes strides. Like the run game defense goes backwards, but then it
becomes a project. If it doesn't equate to wins. Again, the Patriots fans are like Yankee fans. We think we're going to win the Super Bowl every year. We think we're going to win the World Series every year. That's the expectation of the New England fan. That's all I'm trying to. That's really all I'm trying to gauge. Like the expectation for the Giant fan at this point is like, yo, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's just fix this shit up. The expectation for the Jet fan is like, yo, can we just get embarrassed and actually watch football games on Sunday?
Just win me 8 games. You can win me 8 games, I'm fine with it.
Even that, that's like asking for too much. I thought asking for 8 games was little, but clearly it's not. But you guys are going through it now. I get it. Like, welcome to it. Like, yo, this is hell. I've been here for years. Welcome. I embrace you with fucking open arms. Like, you know what I mean? If you ever need any counseling, you need somebody to talk to, you need a shoulder to cry on Sundays, I got you. No problem, man. But like, welcome to hell.
I seen the Giants win 2 championships, and I seen the Jets make it to 2 consecutive, championship round games. So yeah, I'm good with that. Yo,
man, it's not fun.
I got to take on the Eagles-Bucks game.
Yeah, well, we can get to that now, but John, go ahead, finish your last point.
I'm saying that's good. I'm just saying, like, how Ed brought it up. Shit, is at this point, shit, can Giants win 6 games for us? Shit, like.
You'll be lucky if they win 4. Okay, from John's favorite coach in the NFL to John's favorite quarterback in the NFL. I like that segue. Final score of this game, again, looked closer than it actually was. Buccaneers didn't need to score any points in the fourth quarter because the Eagles didn't score any points into the fourth quarter. The game was well in hand. I mean, big time shit pumping, skull fucking, whatever the fuck you want to call it, teabagging Halo since Infinite's out. Buccaneers absolutely fucking demolished the Eagles. Jalen Hurts did not look good. I don't know what they went the run game. Obviously, that's what got them there. Their run game is really what helped them out, especially the RPOs with Jalen Hurts. But it did not work out for them. Brady just killed them. 2 touchdowns. Keyshawn Vaughn had a touchdown. Giovanni Bernard had a rushing touchdown. Gronk caught one. Mike Evans caught the other. Kev, what's your take? You gonna shit on Tiff, man? Don't do that to her, dog. She's mourning.
Yo, this is just a pure example of like a team that just didn't really deserve to be in the playoffs. Like, I don't see that game going any differently than like if they played anybody else. Like I just don't. So
the Washington football team gave them a better fight last year.
Yeah, did they get in just because of like the extra teams? Of course.
Yeah.
Like so, all I got. My only take on this is it's a waste of time then, and I feel like it's a waste of time now. Even fucking discussing this, we might as well just talk about the
I don't know.
Challenge.
We don't. I think the 7th seed, but again, that's more credit to like. And again, we could shit on the Eagles all the live long day, but unfortunately, all they needed to do was win 9 games to get in there. Like that's a smite on some of these big powerhouse teams. Like that's a smite on the Seahawks. Like Seahawks are, you got Russell Wilson in basically almost his last year, maybe potentially. Like fucking build the team better so you can make a run at it. I think Seahawks Buccaneers would have been a better game. The Minnesota Vikings, I think that would have been a better game against the Buccaneers. It's like I'm not gonna like if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm not gonna apologize for making it to the playoffs. Like I know that we
definitely not, but I didn't understand like the hype around the running game. The Eagles,
that's what got them there.
They have a good run.
I get it, but a mediocre running game is what got them there. Like,
not mediocre. It's just
they just ran into a buzzsaw that is the Buccaneers
once
defense.
You stop that running game, you can't beat. You can't go beat the defense with the throwing. That's it.
I mean, obviously like the Cowboys game is the only one that I can think of. The Tampa Bay Cowboys game, week 1. To open up the season, but I'm going to quickly pull up Tampa's schedule real quick. But it's like Zeke, who again has had a down year, regardless. But Zeke is one of the better running backs. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's one of the better running backs in the NFL. The Cowboys learned quick, like we just need to throw the ball to fucking Tony Pollard because we are not running up this fucking team. Like it's hard to do against a good team that's good against the run. Some teams are obviously better off against the pass. Some teams are better off against the run. But I mean, what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense is, and what always was these last 2 years under Todd Bowles, have been like, we're stopping the run. Like we can let all the yards eat us up all day through the passing game, but like no one's running on us. And I think they proved that. But go ahead, John. What were you gonna say?
Yeah. Well, I was talking about like the whole thing. Basically, the Eagles had a solid run game. Their running attack was good, but nothing much you could do when your throwing game doesn't match your your running attack. that you have to have like somewhat of a balance.
Right.
'Cause-
If they're expecting you, the Buccaneers wanted the Eagles to throw. Like they wanted Jalen Hurts to throw. So they
Yeah.
shut down the run game. It's
So
that Bill
for-
Belichick shit. We make you one-dimensional.
He's not like, but also, I don't know. We're going to get to the one team, but 49ers always find a way. That's the team that always finds a way to run the ball.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I think that's next on the dossier anyway.
Yeah, that's
So
why that's the game of
yeah,
the week.
we can move on. Cowboys Niners, the Nickelodeon game. I don't know if you guys watched the Nickelodeon broadcast. Decap said he watched it.
No, I
Watched it
watched
with
part
Carter.
of. I watched part of it
this
just
time they
because
did it.
I watched part of it, but I had to switch back because it was on delay.
Yeah,
I
yeah, it
guess
was a little delayed.
they're doing like a bunch of buffering to all that shit, whatever. It was on delay.
Yeah. Obviously we'll talk about the end of the game and the implications and the media attention that it's been getting and the decision making. I think personally that Mike McCarthy was going to get fired after the season if they won the fucking Super Bowl even. So that's neither here nor there. John, go ahead. You can fucking have your little parade here if you'd like.
Oh, it was the
Yeah.
best thing
Obviously though, but like I knew that they were going to run into a buzzsaw when they matched up against the 49ers. Obviously, the only team to upset. It didn't come to a surprise to anybody but Cowboys fans. I think this was like the perfect game for them to lose. I think if the Cowboys would have played any other team, I think if they would have had the Eagles, I think they would have won. I think if they had, again, we can go through it. I think if they played the Cardinals, they would have beat the Cardinals too, considering what the Cardinals have been doing, and we'll get to them later. Consider what they've been doing at the tail end of their season, even though they started off the only team to remain undefeated. I believe they went 10-0. Before they lost their first game.
No, it wasn't 10-0. It was like 8-0 or 9-0.
I thought it was 10-0. It could be, or maybe they started the season 10-1, something like that. I think that sounds probably better.
Along lines of that, yeah. But
yeah.
Last
talk
night
your shit, John.
Was good, John.
Full, and then the way the game ended was just holy shit. I felt like.
All right, so I guess we'll get to the ending. Stat wise, statistic. I mean, this game didn't really blow the doors off. Elijah Mitchell had a solid game. Obviously, Kev's sleeper of the year, breakout star of the year, Deebo Samuel. I mean, he's the only receiver to
Definitely a
fucking
monster.
rush for more. I think he had rushing touchdowns than his running backs did. And again, a lot of that has to do with injury, but because it was only 8. But still, I mean, only 8 for a wide receiver. And Deebo does it all. I mean, he throws for touchdowns, he catches touchdowns, he runs in for touchdowns. Jimmy didn't have to fucking throw a touchdown this week, which was fucking incredible. All he really needed to do was be that game manager that he is at the tail end to hold the ball. But on the other side of things, Cowboys do get the ball. I believe they started the drive with 17 seconds, something in that.
A little more than that. It was
maybe a little more than that, like probably like 50 something.
Yeah, in the 40s.
Obviously,
in the
yeah.
40s.
Obviously, no timeouts. So there was a lot of quick screens, a lot of like they try to do a hook and ladder where Wilson, I believe, way overshot Tony Pollard, threw it like 20 feet in front of him.
Yeah. What's crazy is I'm literally watching the last possession right now. 24 seconds left, 1st and 10. They're on their own 40. So the setup is literally a Pollard. This is it right here. It's a setup for a Pollard, literally an outside screen to the left. He makes it to the 50-yard line. And now the next play, I'm not sure. I forget what it was. It'll come up in a second. Is a draw, not a draw.
Yeah. So
play.
that's the big play we're talking
draw
about.
Play, and then they're 2nd and 2, and they just need to go 2 yards and then get the ball past the 40. So
maybe
right now, nope, not a draw play. I apologize. It was an outside route to Schultz. And it's 1 yard that they need, and here's where the fuckery happens. And go ahead, Ed.
At that point, I don't know if it was Kellen Moore. I don't know if it was Mike McCarthy. I don't know if maybe Dak saw something that we didn't see. But you could see if they're running streaks in the middle, the whole middle, the Niners were giving them the middle of the field. Like, it was a wide open lane. You know, if you're the slot receiver or you're the tight end on the inside, like you're gonna make a catch down the middle. They were letting you take that play, and they were probably gonna sit on them. You know, let the ball wind down a little bit more. But instead, it looks like a designed quarterback draw where Dak runs for that. You know, he does get the first down, but then he runs for those extra yards. That's where it was questionable.
It's extra,
like you get
extra 10 yards.
Extra 10 yards. So like in that moment, and again, I understand big bright lights, playoff game at your home stadium, you know, the what you expected in the season. You had the Hard Knocks, you're the 3 seed, you're 12-5, you're America's team, you're the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody's riding you, including myself. I was until this game, before this game even started. Just want to be on the record before this game even started. I get where you want to get those extra yards, but it turns out that was his Achilles heel. Because right when they were trying to down the ball, obviously everyone's on top of Dak trying to delay the call. Referee Booger, my guy, Booger. Everyone, if you don't know him, I'll do a quick impersonation.
Booger McFarlane?
No, not Booger McFarlane. That's the guy, the commentator. Booger, the referee.
So as I'm literally watching the play right here, right now, the ball for our fans was on the 40. It's 2nd and 1. It is a design quarterback run, and again, 2nd and 1. They need 1 fucking yard. The first down is on the 40. He does not give himself up and slide. Dak Prescott, Dakota, does not give himself up and slide until he's at the 25. 8 seconds now are left on the clock. Before the play snap started, it was 14 seconds. And what do? They rush to get another, they rush to get set. They don't let the, ref touch the ball at all.
The ref comes from behind the play. He said he didn't see the play. No, it's my guy Booger. Doesn't see the play. You see him kind of like get kind of in the way, but he's doing his job. He needs to set the ball. Comes from behind Dak and the offensive lineman, and then places the ball where the ball needs to be placed. And then by then it was too late to, even if they got that ball off, there was no fucking shot that there was going to have a design play to throw it up, huck it up in the end zone. Even if they gave them that second back.
No, but even 35 yards, 35 yards out, 35 yards out is what they want for ideal Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
So, yeah, he only needed 1 yard to get like the first down, but really all he needed to run was like 6 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't need those extra 4.
Instead of 8 seconds, literally would have had maybe 10 because it was 14 seconds on the clock. He should have just gave himself up. And then they're showing it right now. The ref is running from where he was set at on the 50 just to get up to the 25 to help them touch the ball so they can try and spike it. Honestly, as a Giants fan, perfect ending to the Cowboys season. But a few Cowboys fans that I do like at my gym, I was very apologetic to you guys today and very nice about it while I was laughing still inside.
Yeah. Brutal loss. So now, I don't know if I've been talking about the matchups. I think I have. We talked about the Bills and the Chiefs, but the Bills and Chiefs will play each other now. And now the 49ers will go on to face the Green Bay Packers, who have the bye.
That'll be a good game.
We'll talk about it.
Better game than people think.
I think the Niners might.
They could.
I think they could pull that one off, even though Green Bay has been my favorite going forward. Since honestly, I think early on in the season, one last ride for Aaron Rodgers.
It's gonna be super clever. It's gonna find its way into like a fucking shootout. One quarter, whether it's gonna be the third or the fourth, is gonna be more than 15 points put up by each team.
And I think what's more prevalent too is that I think I trust Aaron Rodgers more than I trust Jimmy G. I just think that you need to win the game, put the ball in my hand. I'd rather give that ball to Aaron Rodgers as opposed to
Jimmy G.
As opposed to Jimmy G. I'm just trying to pull up this next segment real quick while we go. Where the fuck? But next up, we'll see what happens when we make our picks too. But next up, we got the. Oh, here you go. That's what I wanted. Okay, we got Cardinals, Rams, Monday Night Football. Again, big bad Ram. Cardinal. Hey, I just want to be on record. I fucking told ya. The Cardinals suck. Cliff Kingsbury sucked. Good early in the season, but once it gets later on in the season and people start figuring out what the fuck they're doing, I get it. They had some injuries here and there. Yeah. The Nuke Hopkins, whatever his nickname is now. Obviously, DeAndre. I fucking love that man to death. I think he's one of the best receivers in football. Obviously, the injury to him did not help. But I think the Cardinals do get bailed out a lot on Kyle. I think Kyler Murray is excellent. I think he's going to be he's like y'all call him Baby Russ. I think he's more like Baby Mike Vick, where he just does a lot off screen, a lot off script. I mean, the guy runs back for 35 fucking yards and then finds a way to fucking throw a fucking bomb and complete that for a touchdown. But eventually, you can't do that over the course of an 18-game season, let alone or 18-week season, and also to go on make it to the playoffs. I wish Kyle nothing but success, but they got to switch things up there, maybe get him some offensive line help. Final score of this game, again, did not look closer. We didn't get points from the Cardinals until the third quarter, but 34-11. My guy Cooper killed it. Sickest touchdown, I think, of the week. Sickest touchdown of the week. Sickest catch. Back of the end zone. I see that. A little toe tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, my man Cooper, nice. Sony Michel was able to get in there, but I think the biggest story is Cam Akers coming out of that game. I think the Rams, I was a little skeptical of them with their next matchup, but that run game was crazy. And even Odell was able to, not only did he catch a touchdown, but he almost threw for one to Cam Akers. He caught him in the flat on some reverse,
Dallas, man.
Hey, listen, man, if I'm a Giants fan, I am happy for him. I know shit on Odell a lot. I don't think I gave him enough credit. I think it was really just because of his attitude and his demeanor, but I think he found his right home in LA. And for you guys, I'd be upset, seeing him win a Super Bowl caught his first postseason touchdown too. That was another part of it, right? So shouts to Odell. Does that make you guys happy? He was in the postseason before.
That was a good one.
Is this the first time he's been in the postseason, or?
This is
he'd been in postseason before.
Second time
starting this Miami boat game.
Oh, right, the boat game. Right,
boat
thanks,
game.
Drew. I forgot about that.
12 targets, 3 catches, 23 yards. Yeah.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to bring that up. I apologize. But next up, the Rams have the Buccaneers, which should be
Rams. Let's go.
Guys, I think this might be a perfect segue.
Well, we haven't really said it, but Matthew Stafford, we're happy for you, man. Win your first playoff.
First playoff win for Matthew Stafford. A lot of firsts, right? First win in 31 years for the Bengals. First win for Matthew Stafford in the playoffs. First touchdown for Odell in the playoffs. First time the Cowboys got embarrassed in the playoffs. Speaking of first time, that's not true. Speaking of getting embarrassed in the playoffs. Hang on, I just had something here. I just want to make sure I have it. I meant to bring it up while we were shitting on the Cowboys.
Did we purposely skip over Big Ben loss in the playoffs?
Oh no, we'll get to that. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about the game. We'll cover that. I apologize. And I was gonna
we definitely skipped the game.
But whoops, I apologize. That's on me. Just so you guys know, playoff wins in the last 25 season. Jake Delhomme, you guys remember Jake Delhomme? Carolina Panthers quarterback. Terrible. He had 5 playoff wins. Trent Dilfer, you guys remember Trent Dilfer? He now does commentary for ESPN. He has 5 playoff wins. My guy, Mark Sanchez, butt fumble that everybody remembers, butt fumble. He has 4 playoff wins. Brad Johnson, remember him? Played for Tampa. 4 playoff wins. Colin Kapp, obviously, blackballed from the NFL. He has 4 playoff wins in the last 25 years. Dallas Cowboys. Anybody want to take a guess?
1.
3. They've had 3.
It's got to be 3.
That's pretty embarrassing. Okay, a game that we completely forgot because it was very forgettable. Big Ben's last run did not work out the way he wanted to. His arm looked like a noodle out there. And the Chiefs just unlocked. They were just fucking around, man. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was doing the underhand throws. He was throwing a fucking offensive lineman. Fucking goddamn Travis Kelce threw a touchdown. Final score of this game was 42-21, but there's no way that this game was even closer. I didn't finish the game. Did they bench the starters? Did everyone just
I didn't finish the game either. So.
Yeah, I really hope they bench the starters. Kelce only got catches for 108 yards. Jared McKinnon resurfaced his career over there. Patrick Mahomes said, "I see your 5 touchdowns, Josh Allen, and I will call your 5 touchdowns." So it's going to be an absolute shootout next week for the Steelers. who knows? Is Ben staying? Do they build around him? Do they blow this team up? They got some good receivers.
People on the team
know,
up. I think Big Ben.
Bang going. So I would blow the team up.
If Ben wants to extend his career, he needs to be a backup somewhere.
Ben is leaving.
To be like a quarterback coach somewhere.
I don't think that's something he's interested in doing. I think if he's not a quarterback, he just prefers just riding off to the sunset.
But I think you could just give Ben pads, right, and a clipboard and a headset, and be like, "Hey Ben, like if anything goes wrong, you're our backup." And he's like, "All right, cool. Like Kev, you can coach him up, right? Mike Tomlin can coach him up. Hey, you're our backup if anything goes up." And then if the starting quarterback, whoever they end up taking, goes down, then you'll have. Hold on. Then if the backup comes in, then like Ben will be like, "Oh, can I play?" They're like, "No, man, but you're doing such a good job holding that clipboard." So like they'll pay him as if he was a player and let him dress up as if he was a player. But I think they're just gonna make him the quarterback coach. I think that's just the way it's gonna work. If Ben wants to, still stay in uniform. So since Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers are a package deal, how sick would it be if Aaron Rodgers?
Are they a package deal?
Yeah, they're 100% unless Davante gets a shitload of money and the team doesn't need a quarterback and they're like, "Hey man, like we're obviously Aaron Rodgers is gonna be like, yo, go get your money." Like, I'm not gonna get mad at you, but like,
what are you gonna say? How
I've been thinking about it.
Play for the Giants?
No, not the Giants. They're not going to the Giants. It's a fucking mess over there. Why the fuck would they go over there? It's a fucking mess. It's a mess. They have no money. No, it's a fucking mess. You guys are. I wouldn't want to fucking play for the Giants. And if they offered me, nah, I'm good. I don't want nothing to do with that organization. It's terrible. I'd rather go fucking deal with Woody Johnson's racist ass. I've been thinking about it. I've truly been thinking. Obviously, Broncos. That's a team that was been said. Obviously, Dev wants the Vikings. Yo, what about Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams with fucking Chase Claypool, fucking Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster, and Najee Harris and fucking. Yo, Aaron Rodgers in the black and yellow.
That shake up the game.
Whew.
In the bumblebee joint with the stripes. Woo! Shake up the game.
Yeah, I might actually have to because again, I like Aaron Rodgers. I'd have to even though I hate the Steelers. I hate the Steelers more than most teams. But yeah,
that'd be bumblebee Aaron Rodgers jersey, and I just wouldn't tell y'all.
Nah, yeah, I would secretly root for the Steelers, hardcore, and then talk shit on here, but then be like, I think the Steelers are really good, and I hope they win a Super Bowl. But that's neither here nor there. Chiefs are 100. Again, back to Joe Burrow's performance. We saw Patrick Mahomes do his thing, 5 touchdowns, fucking clown everybody. Josh Allen was damn near perfect. Tom Brady was, again, didn't need to be crazy, but was perfect. Matthew Stafford didn't need to be perfect, but he was. And obviously then there's little old Jimmy G who did what he did. But we will see. It's going to be really, 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 really tough picking next week or this week for this week's matchups. So I'm going to do this on the fly because I am so petrified. Real
quick, I got one takeaway.
Oh, go ahead.
This previous week, there's 2 players that I just want to highlight, but this is gonna go to my point for the rest of the playoffs. Fresh legs, anybody that's played any sport, especially playing basketball, you're in the gym 6-7 games in, and you get one new player on your team because somebody's like, "Yo, I gotta go, man." Fresh legs, kill. Cam Akers came in, fresh legs, and he's only going to get a bigger role going into next week. But the fresh legs player of the week, and I think I want to do this for the rest of the playoff. Fresh leg player of the week is Jerick McKinnon, bro. I don't know how many rushes he had, but I know he had 61 yards, and receiving yards, he had 81 and a touchdown. What did he do all season? Nothing but recoup, get himself ready, healthy, and fresh legs kill, bro. It was just crazy to see, man. Trying to tackle Jerick McKinnon. I'm looking at the TV who the fuck is wearing number 1? Who is that? Until I saw the back of his jersey, I'm like, oh shit.
True.
If it wasn't for him, Darrell Williams might not have had a job this season. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree. Jerry McKinnon, I really loved him when he had that small little run for the Niners. I thought he was gonna fucking cook when he went there. I think who he was the backup to
What's the name?
Cook a couple
Cook,
years ago,
yeah,
right?
and
And then he goes to the Niners, and obviously crazy catastrophic injury, but then like the birth of Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson Jr. and whoever the fuck wants to play running back for the 49ers.
He
Because they're
might be
always
the
going
fresh legs running back for the rest of the season, bro. Because they saying like Clyde Edwards might come back, but Clyde Edwards might not get no burn if Jerrell is doing this shit. Not gonna lie.
Okay. We will see what goes on. All right, so now we're gonna get into our pick'ems. Looked at it, and the only winner of the week, Drew, was you. Our picks are here. He was the one to go 6-0. You picked every single winner. You had the Bengals, you had the Bills, you had the Bucks, you had the Niners, you had the Chiefs, you had the Rams, and then basically everyone. It was a 5-way tie for 4th place. Somebody got everything wrong. So my wrong pick was the Eagles. Dev's wrong pick was the Cardinals. John's wrong pick was the Patriots. Kevin, your wrong pick was the sorry, I apologize. Kev, you were also undefeated, and so was DQ. So John, you picked the Raiders. That was your mistake, and you picked the Patriots. So John, you were the worst this week. But everybody open their apps. We'll get the other guys' picks. John,
a new tally for like the playoffs. We should do that.
Yeah, we could do that. And John, you can handle the spreads for me, and I'm also gonna give you guys what I think I might be betting this week, because I thought I had a pretty solid parlay and it did not work out. But now that sports gambling is legal, I will give
these parlays are addictive, bro.
Yeah, man, it's super dangerous.
Discipline
I'm
yourself.
only giving you based on games and not what I'm actually gonna bet. Because
Listen,
what I'm actually gonna bet is gonna be some crazy shit.
you need help, you call that number that when you log in.
Right, I guess we should disclaimer: if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Yes, John. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Just discipline yourself, man.
Yeah, discipline yourself. Honestly, like, have a set of rules. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. I make one bet a week. If it doesn't work out, that's it. And my other key element to this: I'm only doing football. I'm not doing anything else. No baseball, no basketball.
No.
Baseball.
Eddie's one bet a week is like his fucking rent for the month.
No shot. I would never do that.
Nah, hell no. I don't know. You don't know that crazy.
No, I don't go that crazy.
You ain't never paid rent day in your life, nigga.
But okay. Hope everybody's got their apps up and running. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Yeah. And honestly, Drew, you might not be wrong either. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what your situation is, Kev. I don't. I mean, there's a reason why he's still there. No?
I paid way too much.
Yeah. Okay. He probably pays like the cable bill and like, the Con Ed or whatever, or the NICEC, whatever.
NICEC.
Yeah, same shit. Con Ed for us lower guys.
I'm stuck with the heat bill for the summer too. So.
Oh, she got you, man. She got you. Sharon don't play, everyone knows she don't play. You ain't living there. Yeah, I know. Actually, that's the point. I don't know why. Drew, forget what you just said. I forgot that I know Kevin's mother on a personal level. She does not play that bullshit. Kevin's probably playing way more. That house is probably already paid for. Kevin's paying taxes on that shit. I guarantee you.
It's crazy. Kev, you texted me. I forgot. I thought I responded to. What was you talking about?
When?
Today. You texted me at 3:18 p.m.
I don't know. I forgot what I texted you.
I thought I responded to you. I'm like, now that we're talking about like this conversation, it just hit me like, yo, Kev texted me. Let me see if I responded to him. I'm like, oh,
y'all gotta move back in together? Yo, that's what's up. Let's do that.
Was the link there? I sent you a link with that text.
Nah, no link came through. That's why.
Oh, okay. I'll send the link.
What's your fucking track phone ass? What's your problem? Upgrade from Cricket, dog. Just get a real plan. All right. You got the spreads for me? Let's make these picks. We'll get DQ and we'll get Dev's picks. But I know Dev's gonna be fucking editing this and he's gonna be listening to our picks and that's gonna definitely change his picks before he posts them.
Nah, he already told John to edit this shit.
Yeah. John's gonna edit? Oh, so John, everything that I've been saying.
You gotta send us.
Definitely gonna edit. Dev's just not here because it's during his birthday. Dev will be watching this when it uploads to the cloud tomorrow, and he'll be talking his shit and letting us know about.
Gotta send us his picks before he gets.
Yeah. I got
Just
you.
remember, since it's uploaded to the cloud, this week's episode is gonna be in speaker view.
What?
It's in
Why
speaker view?
you?
No,
Why you doing speaker view, man?
not a speaker view. I'm saying when you upload it to the cloud and when Dev downloads it to edit, it automatically defaults put it in speaker view. I'm not in
Oh.
speaker view right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I guess it is what it is.
The whole green lines. I was like, yo, why the green lines? I heard that conversation. I was like, yo, Kev, why is shit green?
All right.
Hell no, that shit. You bugging. Go ahead.
That conversation, that's crazy.
Okay. You guys ready?
We
All
ready?
right. So I guess we can cut all that after. Okay. So we got divisional round.
Let's
Are we
go.
ready? John, you got the spreads?
Yes, I got the spread.
Okay. First up, Bengals, Titans. Talk to us, John.
All right. Bengals, Titans, Saturday 420 game. Titans is favored by 3.5. Over and under is 47. I am rolling with the Titans. Tough choice, but I'm rolling with the Titans. Tough choice. I like
This is a very
All right.
very tough choice, though.
Drew, since you say it's tough, let's hear what your answer is.
Actually, it's pretty not tough for me because I'm a hater. I want the Bengals to lose.
There you go. I appreciate the loyalty. I appreciate the loyalty for sure. All right, Kev, who you got?
I want Joe Burrow getting a taste of that championship game.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna lose in it, but I want him to make it.
Yeah, I feel you. So you got the Bengals. All right. All right. Well, obviously we know how I feel. I've been praising the Titans. So with all the injury, I've said this countless times. With all the injuries that they've gone through, with Derrick Henry going down, AJ Brown going down, Julio Jones going down, even though and again, let me not remind you that the Jets beat both of these teams right now that are playing in the division round. Just saying, we beat both of them. One's the number 1, one's the number 4 seed. Just saying. But I think after that skid that they had, they still ended up being the number 1 seed. They still were able to win games out of all this. So we may or may not have Derrick Henry back. I don't know if it's official, unofficial. He could be a decoy. He could be on a pitch count, but still, he is a game breaker.
He will be
Now, I don't know what I'm feeling at this point, but it's like I'd be stupid to not take the Titans because I do kind of want to have a good resume of wins.
Henry's not on a pitch count is if they make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I'm saying I just know that on those crazy, even if he's on a pitch count, on those crazy 3rd and 1, 4th and 2, and the Titans need to go for it. You don't think they're gonna? If Derrick Henry can kind of run a couple of yards, they ain't gonna put his ass in there, and that could be the difference of the game. But even with all that, I'm still rocking with Joey B and the Bengals. I'd love to see them pull this win out. I'd love to see the upset. And that will be one of my bets this week that I probably will take is Bengals money line, period. All right. I forgot that I'm in control of this. All right. Next up, we got Niners. We got the Packers. John, give us the spread. Give us your pick.
All right. It's another tough game. I think this is a bad matchup for my guy, the bad man, but the Packers is favored by 6, over under 47.5. Another tough game, but I'm going to ride with the bad man. Give me the Packers.
Okay. Same order, Drew.
Give me the pack. Give me the Packers.
Okay. And Kev?
Packers.
Yeah, tough game. Obviously, got love for the Niners, but I think I said it earlier. I kind of hinted to it. If this game does come down to the wire, even though I think the Packers defense is greatly underrated, the 49ers defense is what's going to keep them in this game, and their running game is going to keep them in this game as well. But I think when it comes down to it, final drive, you're going to need points. You're going to need a touchdown. I trust Aaron Rodgers way more than I trust Jimmy G. I do kind of want to stay away from this game, but I think the Packers do win whether it's by a touchdown or by at least 10, 2 possessions. I think the Packers should cover, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get this. Next up, we got the Rams. We got the Bucks. Who, John, give us the spread and give us your pick.
Sunday, first game, the kickoff Sunday football. You got Rams, Bucks. Buccaneers favored by 3 points. Over under 48.5. This is a tough one, but I'm gonna go Rams. Sorry,
Yeah, John.
go Rams. Sorry, go.
Yeah.
Wow, you did not pick up.
Let's go, John. I think this could.
Yo,
Hey,
you know
hey,
what?
hold
The
on.
Rams all the way.
Hey,
the Rams
hold
all the
on.
way,
I
son.
think this could be an all around. Drew, what's
All
your pick?
around, son. Rams.
Kev, what's your pick?
Money line.
Kev, what's your Rams
Rams.
money line? And Kev's gonna put his money where his mouth is. He's got the Rams money line. I also have the Rams money line. I also
Actually-
love the over in this game, so you can gamble which way you want. I think either way you win. The spread is way too close for me. I think this game could potentially turn into a shootout, but I think arguably the Rams have a better run game. Like you said, fresh legs of the week. Cam Akers is gonna cook, but forget about the fact that they got fucking OBJ and fucking Cooper Kupp killing it. And don't sleep on Van Jefferson. Do
Okay,
not
so
sleep on Van Jefferson.
You're talking about Rams offense, but you got to talk about how the Bucks got some injuries on the O line, and
That's what I'm saying. The Bucks got injuries on the O line. The Bucks got injuries in the receiver room. I think Leonard Fournette's going to come back. I think Kev said that earlier. But they got injuries in the running game. They got injuries defensively too. So I just think that the Bucks are catching the Rams at the worst time. Obviously, they're coming off of a easy win against Philly. They kind of downplayed Philly, even though they still look like they lit them up. But yeah, I think Buccaneers are, just like the Buccaneers won in their stadium. I think the Rams are determined to win in SoFi as the Super Bowl is here. So if they do win this game, they will have home field advantage all the way through the playoffs, unless, of course, they have to go to Lambeau to play the Packers. All right, next up, last but never least,
I
we
can't
got the
believe
game of the
Jay
year.
picked.
Game of the year. I'm dubbing this the game of the year. We got the rematch. We got the two young guns, the two young slingers. We got the School of Favre graduates, high honors graduates. We got the Bills. We got the Chiefs. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. John, give us a spread. Give us your pick.
Josh
I love that this is the last game of the fucking week too. It's fucking awesome.
This is the main event. I think. Well, the game before this looks like it could be a really good one. So, but they look like Chiefs Bills is the last game. So I'm gonna call this game the main event. It's the last one to go.
Right.
Chiefs is favored by 1.5. Over under 54.5. I think this is gonna be a shootout and it's gonna be a clear over. That's my opinion, but I'm riding with the baby goat. Give me the Chiefs.
All right. I think this is where the room splits, but Drew, who you got? Chiefs. Not confident
Chiefs.
about that though.
Chiefs.
Chiefs, you confident?
Not really. Yeah, I can see a point where they lose, but I'm gonna pick them though. I can see them losing very easily. I can see them losing, but I can pick them.
All right.
I'll pick 'em.
Kev, who you got?
I'm split, but I just want to say this one obvious thing. Whoever advances out of the Titans-Bengals game is getting their ass bust.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm dead serious. But I flipped this coin that's in my hand right now.
See it.
And I agree, because I wanted to say this by myself, but I had to have the coin agree with me as well. Bills are gonna win this game.
Kev, I do kind of agree with you when it comes to whoever wins between the Titans and the Bengals is going to get that smoke in the AFC Championship game. But another part of me knows that these teams are just going to go all out. This is their AFC Championship game. I mean, like, these are two high-powered offenses with defenses that learn to figure it out late in the season. So everyone's got a lot to prove. Shouts to fucking, pick of the week, too. I forgot to mention it. Micah Hyde. That fucking pick that he had at the back of the end zone was fucking wild. I think, regardless, I think these teams are going to be really, really, really high coming off that high stressful win. So I think it could be anyone's game come to the AFC Championship game. It will be tough regardless of who they play. I think regardless, I think all four of these teams match up very, very well. But as much as I think that Mahomes is going to go on this dynastic run and be, Johnny calls him baby goat. I think he's got a bright future. He's got a 10-year deal, but I think Patty's going to go home, and I'm going to have to take the Bills.
Yo, and what's crazy is you're right, obviously, because I think I agree.
I'm not mad at it.
The Bills, they play in the conditions that like nobody else that's like out here plays in, really, as far as the cold. And the AccuWeather right now, like for the game, is projected.
Kansas City gets pretty cold.
No, it gets cold in Kansas City too.
Kansas City gets pretty cold.
I know.
And it be snow blizzards in Kansas City.
What I'm saying is, what the Bills did last week, and it was 6 degrees out there. Field was like -1. Bro, 37 degrees is like might as well be 80 for the Bills.
Yeah, it's paradise over there for them. But those are our picks. I kind of glossed over a specific note that was on the rundown that it was my picks of a bag it or trash it. So my pick is, I don't know, you guys want to do this or you want to do bold predictions and get out of here? It's up to you.
Bench cut. You had start bench cut.
Oh, I have to do a start bench cut, right? You guys want me to do that or you want to do bold predictions and get out of here?
Give us 2 start bench cuts.
All right, ready? All right, so John, give me a start bench cut.
Oh, you want
That's my pick. I want you to give me one. I want Kev to give me one. I want Drew to give me one. And then
That's
yeah, he said it's my pick. He said it's my pick. Do it on the fly, dog. Yo, we're having fun. We did this last time I hosted.
I go first. Ooh, okay. What I'm gonna do is.
Okay, I got one.
Special. I was gonna do QBs, but let's go wide receivers. Of the main wide receivers that's in there. So I'm gonna go Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Start bench cut. Adams. Ooh, shit. I don't want to leave nobody out, but it's only 3. Cooper Kupp.
I think there's only one guy you should throw in this, but I'm gonna wait to hear what you say.
It's one guy, but I gotta show the AFC some love. But Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill. Start bench cut those 3. I think
okay.
Not enough for that.
Since I threw it, I'll go first. Tyreek, Devontae. Who else?
Cooper Kupp.
Obviously, I'm starting my guy Coop. Like, it's King Cooper, dude. Like, fuck a Mario. We talking about King Cooper Kupp. Fuck a Mario, bro. We talking about Cooper fucking Kupp. That's my starter. Tyreek is nice. I like him, yo. But like to me, he's kind of one trick pony-ish, and I know he's getting that. His speed is really what gets him there. But as far as like a route runner, strength, hands, like route ability, and just like unstoppability, ain't nobody in the game better than Devontae right now, except for Cooper Kupp, obviously. So he's on my bench, and Tyreek, sorry, buddy, you gotta get snipped.
It's also honorable mentions, the young rookie Jamar Chase, Mike.
Yeah, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans.
I just picked
Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk. Yeah.
But I just went with those 3 for start best cut. Drew, who you got?
All right. Oh, I got mine too now. All right.
I got mine. I got mine.
All right, quick. Save yours, but you gotta finish this and then they'll transfer.
Give me. Okay. I getting cool. Actually, it's kind of damn. That do I want to flip? Do I want to flip that? I'm starting Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Okay.
But damn, the bench.
It's up to you. You got to cut somebody. Somebody got to get cut.
Nah, Devontae better. I got bench Devontae. Devontae better than Devontae. Even though Tyreek a beast, but Devontae is better.
Kev,
definitely better.
This shit is simple to me only for one reason, because I love all of them, but I can't have 2 route technicians on my fucking team.
Yeah, I get that.
I
get that. Kev always thinks of it that way, man. That's what I love about Kev.
We're talking start, bench, cut for receivers. We're talking X, Y, Z. Niggas is all on the field at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
If one of them in my third position has got to be a bum, so be it. So for me, I'm taking the more physical route technician. So Devontae's starting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm benching Tyreek, and I gotta cut Coop just because I don't
Oof.
need Coop if I have Devontae.
Sheesh. Yeah, no, you're right, but that would be a sick ass team. You imagine you had them three, like, fuck, I would assume
have those
Tyreek
three.
in the slot. Well, Coop would play the slot in that role.
Listen, I would have
And
those
then you got
three
both of
at
them on the
max.
outside.
We'll have those three at max 1 or 2 years. There's no fucking way I'm getting all three of them on the same team, same time frame, and being able to pay all of them.
I'm making that.
One of them's on a rookie deal. One of them happened to sign a free agency, and I gave him the house. And the other one was just flourishing.
Well, Coop's contract is up. I think he got extended, right? He definitely got extended right when he tore his knee.
Adams' contract's about to come up, but I think Tyreek Hill got extended too. So the only
Tyreek got extended. Yeah, so the only flaky one is Devontae. Yeah.
that was my start bench cut, but I will start Devontae, bench Cooper, cut Tyreek.
Yeah. All right, Drew, since you were so excited, you want to go next?
I'm giving the young wideouts a shot. I'm giving give me Jamar Chase, fucking Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk.
Well,
Let go.
I thought we were doing
Young.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So what was it?
Man, doesn't
Justin Jefferson's not in the playoffs.
It had to be playoffs, or it just has to be.
No, I thought that was the thing we were going for. But no, you're good. We're good. We can keep that.
Once you got Jamar Chase, what?
Justin
Jefferson, and who? Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, that's kind of easy for me. All right, since whatever, we'll go in the same order. I love Brandon Ayuk. I really do. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut him. I think Jamar Chase is very good, but he's very I need to see a little bit more, and I think maybe it's just because Justin Jefferson has one more year on him. That reason I'll start Justin Jefferson, and I will bench Jamar Chase. Kev, you go up.
Yeah, this shit is light. So I'm cutting Ayuk.
Maybe go like
Fuck out of here. I'm gonna start Justin. Your boy is filthy, bro. Your boy is
That boy nice. Stephon Diggs, who is basically what? Shout out to I don't know who fucking reposted this. I think everybody did. But Jalen Reagor had a terrible game for Philadelphia. And they cut back to the 2020 draft or 2021 draft where it was all via Zoom. And then you cut to the Vikings draft room, war room, and these niggas was laughing when Philly drafted Jalen Reagor. And they're like, yo, put Justin Jefferson in right now. So another mistake made by Philly drafting a wide receiver. Obviously, Justin Jefferson is a stud, and Nelson Aguilar was a dud too. Arcega-Whiteside was also a bad deal. All these wide receivers that Philly has drafted and the guys that went on after them turned out to be really good. I think Deebo Samuel was part of that. I think it was the Arcega-Whiteside draft. So, tough break for our guys in Philly. But John, who's you starting? Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Unfortunately, not to shit on nobody, I feel like this is a pretty easy one. I am starting Justin Jefferson, benching Chase, I am cutting Brandon Ayuk. But all great talented receivers.
Yeah, and Brandon Ayuk has turned it around late in the season here, so I'm really, really proud of him. Drew, since this was your setup, who you got?
You know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm going with Jamar Chase starting. I'm starting Jamar Chase. I'm betting Jefferson, cutting Brandon Ayuk.
Kev, are you ready with one, or do you want me to go?
I'll just go with one. I wrote it down. I was sticking with the playoff theme anyway right now, and John didn't do it, so I wanted to go quarterbacks.
Okay.
I'm
I was going to do quarterback, but I switched it up a little bit.
But just with playoffs, who would you pick for you? You know, to obviously win it all this year. But who would you start? Who would you bench? Who would you cut? So Joe Burrow. And this is including with the teams that they have around them. So Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, or Josh Allen.
Ooh.
Damn, this is a little tough.
I knew you were gonna. I didn't know where you were gonna go, and I was like, man, he better not pick no Packers, no fucking, no Niners, no fucking Bucks, because that's too easy. But that's good. I like that. All right. I guess. Oh, right. So right, I've been taking the lead on that. So it's Joe Burrow, it's Josh Allen, it's Matthew Stafford. Obviously, sometimes like when you think veteran, that's the guy you want there for you. Obviously, I've been riding fucking Matthew Stafford this whole time. So unfortunately for him, you know what? Again, he has the experience. He's been there before. Although this is the first playoff win that he's had, I'm gonna have to put him on my bench. As much as I love Joey, and again, this is me being objective and not showing my bias here. I'm gonna have to cut Joe. Like I just, he's young. He hasn't been there. He hasn't been there yet. Although he played really, really, really well this past week. It was a game where they significantly had it in hand, and there was no shot that they were going to lose that game. But mostly because of his mobility and his legs and the things that he can do with the football, it has to be Josh Allen as my starter. It would be nice to have Matthew Stafford on the bench, kind of coaching him up and letting him know how to do it. Since he's been there before. So yeah, that's good. That was a good one, Kev. I like that. John.
All right. I will be starting Stafford. I'll be benching Allen, and unfortunately, I'll be cutting Joey. But I feel I'm going with what's that? What they call it?
I'm saying right now, win you a chip with the team that they have.
Good team around them.
Yeah.
Starting Stafford.
That's closest to it, and you cut who you feel is the furthest from it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But what's that say? Oh, I'm going with the seniority in the situation, but also I feel like the other two teams is more suited than the Bengals. Bengals still a young team on the rise overall.
Yeah, if we're talking about future, Joe Burrow's at the top.
As I say, we're talking about potential. Obviously, you look at Josh Allen and Joey Burrow because they'll probably be in the league for the next 10 years. Who knows with Stafford? Maybe Stafford in the next 5 to 8 years. But if you look at the whole team and who's closest, the Rams made that play for Odell. They brought in
Von Miller. They're built to win now.
Aaron Donald. So it's like, that team is crazy. So
yeah. All right, Drew.
Yeah, I'm definitely, because I was not even just with the quarterbacks, is the team around them. I'm going with Matthew Stafford right now. As Josh Allen is in the next, benching Josh Allen and cutting Joey Burrow.
Okay. All right. Kev, close us off with yours, and then I will give mine that I'm now starting to regret. But go ahead.
Overall team wise, because I think one's bound to happen, even though I do want the Rams to win another game. I think Matthew Stafford is turnover prone, so I think he will be throwing a pick. And I hope for his sake, just for so we can save the commentary, I hope it's not a pick 6 in the game. But I'm going to cut Matthew Stafford. I'm going to start Josh Allen and bench Joe Burrow.
Okay. All right. So mine, again, going in the theme, we're going game breakers, game wreckers. I know they're gonna play different positions. But these are guys that that if they can either get to the quarterback with the ball in their hands, they can lead their team to wreck the game and also accumulate to a win. So I'm going to go Deebo Samuel, right? Aaron Donald, right?
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce. Game wreckers.
Damn.
Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting? I know Kev.
That's
light.
Hard.
This is easy.
Let's go,
to
Kev.
bench. This is easy to bench just because of where the playoffs is right now. But you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think I got it.
I'm gonna bench the hardest person to bench. So
Who's the hardest person to bench?
Off with some controversy. I'm going to bench Aaron Donald.
Okay.
Because Vaughn is there. Now Vaughn got a taste and got his first sack in 5 or 6 years in this previous game. They both can wreck the game, but when you're talking about individually, it would have been Aaron Donald maybe getting 3 sacks next game. But we talking about them each getting a sack and a half the next game or something.
Mine's just gonna be a little difficult. But I got mine.
So after I cut Aaron Donald, game record.
You cutting Aaron down? You benching?
No, yeah, you said you benched him.
Oh, I benched him. Okay, yeah. So whatever. I want to cut him. I'm cutting.
Okay.
Because I want to start this off with some controversy. Debo, I'm benching him because there's definitely going to be a scheme in place for him going forward. Got no fucking choice. Travis is the anomaly because this is the team that has the most weapons. So Travis is starting, Debo's being benched, and Aaron is being cut.
Okay. John, who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cut?
I'm gonna base it off importance and how key to with the matchups. I'm starting Aaron Donald because you got the Buccaneers with a weak O-line, and we need Donald to feast on that. And the Rams need, but the Rams need him to feast on that O-line and then feast on these other O-lines. But it's like, blood in the water with the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey is very important to the Chiefs, but I would say since they have Tyreek Hill, other speedsters, if Kelsey has a bad game, Pat Mahomes could still work his way. I think Debo is a little more important to the Niners offense than what Kelsey. They both have the importance, but Niners don't have the same amount of weapons that the Chiefs have, and the Niners don't got Pat Mahomes. I'm gonna bench Debo. This is gonna be a hard cut, but I'm gonna cut Kelsey.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Drew, who we got? Game records.
Benching Kelsey? Hell no. Okay. I am starting Aaron Donald. I'm benching Kelsey, and I'm cutting Debo.
Okay.
Yikes. Okay. So this is my question. I wasn't ready for it. But because of the versatility that Debo brings, and even though they know the ball's going to him, and even though they know that the Niners are trying to get him involved, almost every time that man touches the ball, it's unbelievable. So therefore, I will start Debo. I will cut Kelsey to the point that John does bring up, but the only reason why I would disagree with that is that they have speedsters, and Kelsey's more of the get physical, get open, and obviously we just saw his versatility by fucking throwing a fucking touchdown, which was pretty amazing. Also, shout out, did you see the interview that Kelsey had after the game where all the reporters were asking him questions, and then his mom, they were like, oh, we have Madeline Kelsey or whatever on, and his mom zoomed in and asked the question about his first touchdown. Little bitch boy cried. So he was super cute. He's not a little bitch boy. Travis Kelce, you're a man. You're a grown man. I'm scared of you. Please don't come after me. And for the fact that even though he might not get the sack, but the holdings that he gets and the hands to the face that he gets and the tipped balls that he gets, Aaron Donald, even though he might not be on the play on paper, just wrecking the game and putting the quarterback off script is definitely a game-breaking trait. So that's our bench cut. We are on now to close out this episode so we can get the hell out of here. Our bold predictions of the week. It could be playoff teams. It could not be playoff teams. I know I'm going playoffs. I don't know where you guys are going to go. But let's start with fan favorite. All of our listeners love hearing from him. He was on his best behavior today, surprisingly. Even though early with the NBA stuff, you were kind of talking a little out of turn. But it's cool. We still love you. Drew, your bold prediction.
I got the Rams scoring 4 touchdowns, bro. 4 touchdowns on the Bucs.
Like regardless of what they do, you don't.
4 touchdowns for the game or 4+ touchdowns?
4+. 4+.
I mean, okay.
4+.
Pretty bold. One of the most high-powered offenses and very good defense to score 4 touchdowns in a probably potential shootout game. But that's bold, man. I'll give that to you. Yo, shouts to you. Really well thought out, bold prediction. John.
Basically just cut my shit. All right, Cool, Ed. All right, go ahead.
Am I wrong? 4
Go
touchdowns
ahead.
for the fucking Rams. Of course.
Cut my shit. All right, cool. Cut.
The Rams score like fucking 40 points a game. Of course they're gonna get 4 touchdowns.
Next player.
Okay, John.
My bold prediction.
Next player.
Shit. It's not really a bold prediction, but since it's his first game back, I'm gonna say they still gonna run him. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry 100 rushing yards in his game and his return.
100. You gonna give him any touchdowns?
I'll give him at least. I'll go 100. Make it more bold. I'll go 102. 100.
102.
100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just to make it bold, because I feel like
that shit's not happening this week, John.
Yo, it could. Yo, you never know.
Right? Trying to find something that sounds a little outrageous, but that it could possibly happen. Obviously, we know he's coming back from injury. So I just made it. I could have just went the 100 yards, but Ed said to spice it up. So I spiced it up. I went 100 2 TD. I'm probably going to be wrong, but who knows? Let's see what happens. Let's see. Pretty sure they're going to use him.
Yeah. All right, Kev, what's your bold prediction?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our high scoring game of the week will be Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are going to throw 5 touchdowns each. And both over 320 passing yards.
Hey, yo, I thought you were just gonna say like the highest scoring game of the week. But you went and you said over 250?
320.
320. So over 320. Dev, make sure you keep track of this. Over 320 for both. So we're talking about 640 plus yards and 10 touchdowns.
Let's get it.
Combining. So like
Combined.
I know it might not happen, but let's just say hypothetically, Josh Allen throws for 300, Patrick throws for like 450.
We can say combined.
That counts. Let's say combined.
No, if you want to do combined, that's whack.
I just want you to win, dog. I want you to like get like the shit right. That
I'm
crazy.
saying each of them individually as human
individual
beings, with it 5 TDs each.
Spicy.
And they throw for 320 or more.
Spicy. I like it. My bold prediction, I've been saying it during our picks. I'm gonna say it now. It's gonna taste really, really salty in the air in Tampa and in Tennessee. I think there's gonna be 2 upsets this week, and I'm not just gonna say 2 upsets this week. Like if the Niners beat the Packers, that's an upset. I guess if the Bills beat the Chiefs, that's an upset, but not really. I think the real upsets would be the Buccaneers getting eliminated by the Los Angeles Rams and the Tennessee Titans being eliminated by the Cincinnati Bengals. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our episode. Thank you for listening. Make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. Obviously, follow us at Culture Capsule. Follow us at the OSA Podcast. Follow us all individually too, where sometimes we post things that aren't related to the OSA, but still, it's a good time. It's a good time. And obviously, you can privately DM Kevin. He is single and looking to mingle. So is Drew. So is Johnny. And so is DQ. But don't talk to me or Dev because we're married men, and Dev's got kids, multiple kids, us included. Usually I do this part, but who wants to do it today? Maybe the 3 of you do it together. Maybe?
We out.
All right. So, guys.
We out.
Look, you claim me the illest. You don't believe in yourself to forget it. You gotta put yourself up in position. Ice skating on thin ice. And my ice skate's been in the kitchen. How can you tell me to pick a religion? I'm 24 and I'm broke as a bitch. But I'm a millionaire rich in the spirit. Yeah. Hoping you get my plight. 24 hours in a day. Goofy ass niggas might die by night.